I'd like to introduce you about Japanese Buddhist cuisine. And first, I introduce about Japanese kanji, the meaning. And this kanji is read as sho, and it means pure things, pure stuff, excellent. And this kanji is read as susumu and jin, also jin, and this is shojin, and this is really about dishes, and we call this shojin ryori in Japan. And this kanji means to move on, and comparing this to kanji characters, it is read as shojin, and which means diligence. So this word diligence means we move or approach to be pure. And let's go to the next slide. Okay, the origin of shojin cuisine, and the Buddhist cuisine is called. Why the Buddhist cuisine is called shojin cuisine? Because there are two cuisine is called shojin ryori. Shojin is a translation of the Sanskrit word virya, and its original meaning is to be brave or bravely. It also means fighting. In all the other words, it was intended in the sense of fighting against worldly desires and move to the pure being. When it was translated in kanji, two characters were combined. Shojin cuisine, as said, have been introduced to Japan with Buddhism from China. In the Heian period, 794 to 1185, a meal that is said to be the prototype to Japan along with Buddhism from China. Prototype of shojin ryori was born, but the content was not as strict as it is today. With the proposal that fish meats and bird meats not forbidden, so they can eat fish and birds in that period. After that, during the Kamakura period, the 1185 to 1333, with the spread of Zen Buddhism, a type of Buddhism which focus on meditation. Shojin ryori became a vegetarian only diet that prohibits eating all kinds of meat, and it gradually became established and has spread to lay people as well. And how did shojin cuisine begin? Now I will explain how shojin cuisine started in the old days. In old days, shojin ryori was a dish eaten by ascetic monks. It prohibited the use of spices and herbs such as garlic and the use of meat. It will show you the list. I will show you the list of prohibited ingredients. And this is the prohibited food like meat, cheese, butter, and garlic, and little porks, like, and this is chips and green onions and wild onions that called Nobel in Japan. It is believed that they cause less anger, and it is said that this diet practice was started to avoid carrying living things and not to stimulate worldly desires. This is an next slide. This is an old Japanese cooking scene in old paintings, and this vegetable is used to make similar dishes like soup or tempura. And here they make noodles such as soba and rice and boiled here. Yeah. Next, this is Japanese tofu, and here they are making ingredient for some tofu. It is a little bit different in tofu, and it made from the sesame. In next slide, this is a picture of lay people eating a meal. Also, it is not shoujin nori, but from the same period, not so Russia's. The style of cooking is exactly the same, and shoujin nori is still served in a similar way. And yeah, and the example of shoujin cuisine. Today's cuisine was born in a long history of the development of shoujin cuisine. Here's some of the best-selling classics. First, Kenchenjiro is Kenchenjiro and Kenchin soup is made by simmering main root vegetables, the same as soup served in Buddhist temple. In preparation of shoujin nori, you have to use vegetables and ingredients without leaving any waste. We all add many leaves, including vegetables. We cannot waste any of it. Basically, it is made with broth in Japanese, dashi, made from kombu, that is seaweed, and dried shiitake, that is mushroom, with flavor of miso, and it is salty soybeans paste. And this is boiled vegetables are popular menus of shoujin cuisine. Seasonal vegetables are similar and served in normal Japanese cuisine. We often use animal and fish dry soup stock, but in shoujin nori, animal dry soup stock is not used. It is basically made with shoujin jiru, and then only from kombu, seaweed, and dried shiitake mushroom. And sesame tofu is an indispensable dish for Shoten cuisine. Also, it has tofu in its name and looks like tofu, but also it is actually different from tofu made from soybeans. I mentioned earlier, since sesame is curry-rich food, some tofu has been considered as a viable source of nutrition. Tofu and sorry. Okay, there's another picture, but tofu cuisine is another popular example of Shoten cuisine, and this is made from tofu. It's normal tofu, and this called gamoliki. And gamoliki is a dish made by mashing tofu, then mixing it with chopped vegetables such as carrots and burdock, and frying it up in oil. As the name modoki suggests, it was originally made as a substitute for meat. Soybean products are an important source of protein of Buddhist monk and are also used in such modoki cuisine. Next, vegetable tempura is one of the shorin rori, also known as shojin age. The age means fried. Yeah. So commonly used ingredients include carrots, eggplants, lotus roots, sweet potatoes, and other potatoes, and shiitake mushrooms, and other mushrooms. In addition, since animal products cannot be used, eggs, which are commonly used in fried foods, are avoided when cooking. And to back in how to cook it. In Buddhism, food preparation and cooking manners and etiquette during meals and cleaning up afterward and considered parts of the practice. Dogen Zenzi, the founder of Soto sect of Zen Buddhism and the founder of Japanese Shoten Rori, even wrote a book called Tenza Instructions about how to prepare shoten meals. Among them, the points that respect for ingredients, keep things organized, and take care of utensils. Cook from the standpoint of person eating, spare no effort, and ingenuity are very important. The book teaches that 3 minds are important. The 3 minds are kitchen, is joy of making and hospitality. In Rosen, is called caring and considerate, and Dyson, generous heart without bias or fixation. In addition, Tenzo lessons describe detailed rules for cooking method and seasonings. These are 5 cooking methods: raw, boil, grill, fry, and steam. Seasoning should be based on 6 tastes. 5 taste gummy, which are bitter, sour, sweet, spicy, and salty when added tummy, which is a light flavor to bring out the natural flavors of the ingredients as 6 tastes. The menu should contain the 5 colors of red, white, green, yellow, and black. Now I will tell you how to cook this food in India. It doesn't matter where you cook shorten jolly, as long as you follow these rules, you can make your own original shorten jolly. Also, this time I will show you how to make some menus that are popular in Japan. There is also a fixed manner to make these menus, but this time I will give you how to make it easily. If you have ingredients, you can make some menus, so please try making it. And if you want, no required. First, about canteen gel soup. Make dashi with corn and mushrooms, and add miso paste to similar with vegetables, and season with soy sauce and salt. Only salt. And this is all of the canteen soup. So it is very easy to make. And next, boiled vegetables. Boiled vegetables. Make dashi with corn and mushrooms. And then do not add miso, and add a little dark stock, and add the vegetables and gamoriki and tofu and the konjaku made from the potatoes. And it is correct. And tempura is dissolve the flour in water, and not may use egg. So mix it with ingredients deep fried in oil. They're very easy to make, so I can explain these 2 sentences. Then how to make the sami tofu. This is very difficult. Mix starch flour and dashi, and add ground sami paste, and put it on heat to make it sticky and harden. When it is hardened, we put it in the frame, and to cold that looks like that. And when you want to know the more more information. There is QR code, so you can see more lesson in this QR code and your smartphone. Yeah.
Thank you. Clap for here and clap it.
And this is all. So thank you for
Clap करो भाई, clap करो. गया या क्यों गया है उसका?